I am pleased to be able to introduce the mayor of the town of St. George's, Bermuda, none other than Her Worship, the Mayor of the Honorable Quinnell Francis, J.P. Madam?
I'll stand in front of the mic. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to St. George's, our UNESCO World Heritage Site in Bermuda, and to welcome you to Bermuda. I hear that you're in the shipping business, the maritime business, and as you all are aware, or probably are aware, that we were founded by Sir George Somers, who came from Lyme Regis. So we are actually twinned with Lyme Regis, and next year we'll be celebrating our 20th year of being twinned with Lyme Regis. So it's a very important relationship that we do have with Lyme Regis. They visit us in April, and we visit them in July. So the town crier and I are actually going next month to their annual parade in July and to visit our friends in Lyme Regis. So I just want to give you a warm welcome to St. George's. Please feel free to make sure you visit our historic sites. We have many. We are a living town, so you'll be able to interact with our living residents and enjoy your stay, enjoy your conference, and I want to wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The Honorable Mayor, the Honorable Minister, Sir Alan Massey, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here in this historic and beautiful city of St. George's. This is to open the Red Ensign Group Conference 2015. This is a gathering of Red Ensign Group members. The group consists of the UK Shipping Registry, the registries of its Crown dependencies, and the registries of the overseas territories. This is the first event of the conference, which is the opening ceremony. And I would like to invite the Honourable Minister, Sean Crockwell, JP MP, to do the opening ceremony of the Red Ensign Group. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Crockwell. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor, Director Pat. It is indeed my pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the government of Bermuda and welcome our overseas delegates to attend the 25th Annual Red Ensign Group Conference that the Bermuda Department of Maritime Administration is very proud and pleased to host. I understand that you got off to a good start last evening with the harbor cruise on board the Uber Vita, and this morning we are in the very quaint historic town of St. George's to get the business of the week off in earnest. Today we have here attending the REG conference delegates from the United Kingdom, Isle of Man, Guernsey, Jersey, Gibraltar, Anguilla, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Falkland Islands, Montserrat, and Turks and Caicos Islands. Once again, welcome to the most beautiful island in the world. Considering the different locations and diversity of the Red Ensign Group, it is not an easy task for the United Kingdom alone to shoulder the flag state responsibility over one of the largest and sophisticated shipping fleets of the world. In this regard, the Red Ensign Group Conference plays a large and vital role in sharing and supporting the UK administration in meeting its flag state responsibilities, and also at the same time, each Red Ensign Group member meeting its own responsibilities as a flag administration. This initiative of holding regular Red Ensign Group conferences has helped in achieving and maintaining the high standards and the reputation that our ships enjoy today. This conference is the forum for discussing and developing high-level policies and procedures relating to the implementation of complex international maritime conventions, maritime law, seafarers' qualifications and standards, and working and living conditions on board ships. It is understood that there is a full agenda for the conference consisting of important technical, legal, and flag state operational matters for discussion, including the topical subject, IMO Instruments Implementation Code, commonly known as III Code. I believe the very first Red Ensign Group conference was held in Bermuda in 1992, and it has been a success story since then. This is the fourth time this conference is being held in Bermuda, and the government of Bermuda is very supportive of the important work carried out by this conference. I wish the chairman and the delegates a successful and fruitful conference. As some of you would know, Bermuda has a very rich and storied maritime history, and our evolution and development into this island nation is rooted in the maritime industry, and it is somewhat fitting that this opening ceremony is being held in the town of St. George's, where it all began for Bermuda. As the minister responsible for tourism, I would also like to mention that over the last 2.5 years, our government has been hard at work strengthening our economic pillars with specific focus on revitalizing our tourism industry, and there is evidence that our hard work is beginning to produce the desired results. You have come at a time of the year when our cruise season is in full swing, and when you travel to the west end of the island, you will see Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Line ships at berth, along with the preparations that are being made for the America's Cup sailing competition that Bermuda is very proud to be hosting in June of 2017. So as you deliberate over the next few days, I expect you to have fruitful discussions, but I also expect you to take some time out to enjoy our beautiful island, so that you will be enticed to come back again and again and again with your families and friends, or for some other events and meetings. I hereby declare this conference open, and I will ring the bell.
Well, good morning from me as well. Minister, Your Worship, fellow delegates, and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the delegates, I'd like to very warmly thank the Government of Bermuda for hosting this year's Red Ensign Conference and for the very friendly and generous welcome that we've already received here. I very much appreciate the huge effort that's gone into organising this conference, which is a major event. And the fact that I'm able to stand before you today feeling slightly more liberated than usual in my Bermuda shorts speaks volumes, I think, for the atmosphere already established in your gorgeous country. And can I say what a pleasure it is to have made this morning new acquaintances with some very fine knees. As many of you will know, it's customary on these occasions to mark the opening of the conference by reading out a statement on behalf of the UK Minister for Shipping, who of course takes overall responsibility for everything that goes on amongst our registries. So I take great pleasure in being able to do so today on behalf of Robert Goodwill, MP. His message reads as follows, quote, I'd like to welcome you all to what is the first Red Ensign conference since I became the UK Minister for Shipping just last month. With any inaugural speech, the level of expectation will be high, so I hope I can deliver with these words. To begin with, this conference serves to illustrate the importance of the Red Ensign Group to all of its members. It reminds us that this is a very diverse group in terms of size and different maritime interests, but nevertheless that we all share common goals and objectives, and that we must remain fully committed to fulfilling all of our international obligations as flag states, port states, and coastal states. As we look ahead, we know that world trade is expected to double over the next 20 years or so, and we also find ourselves facing ever increasing competition, particularly from the Far East. We're actually seeing signs that we may be losing some ground in the ensuing struggle. For example, the recent decline in gross tonnage on the British fleet as a whole, and we simply can't afford to stand still while others speed up their game. But let me as Minister be clear about one thing. Lowering standards to compete with others is simply not an option. The Red Ensign is recognised around the world quite rightly as a high-quality flag. That reputation is our biggest selling point, and one which we must use to best effect to help promote the growth of the British shipping registers as a whole. In the UK, we're taking action, quite urgent action, through a number of initiatives to identify how we can improve competitiveness and support the future economic growth of the maritime sector. Like my predecessors as shipping minister, this is something I feel very strongly about, and I fully intend to see this work through to its fruition. Indeed, I have 3 ports in my constituency, so I could not fail to appreciate just how important maritime trade is to the economy, not just in the UK, but across all of the REG jurisdictions. And of course, where better than London International Shipping Week in September 2015, while the eyes of all the maritime nations and industry champions are upon us, to drive home that message that the British shipping registries are very much open for business and that we are determined to support and grow a quality flag for all of us. This event is shaping up to be another fantastic one, showcasing everything that we, combined shipping registries have to offer. There are over 100 events planned during the course of that week, including, of course, a major Red Ensign Group sponsored event. So there will be plenty of opportunities to network and to do real business. I encourage you all to play your part, and I hope to see as many of you there as I possibly can. Now, as to this conference, you have a number of other wide-ranging issues to consider during your agenda, including maritime security, hydrography standards, casualty investigation, and the future options for the delegation of statutory survey and certification work. Many of these issues directly relate to the introduction, as the Minister's just referred, to the IMO Instruments Implementation Code, and it remains of the utmost importance for members and their respective governments to continue discussions about how we can best comply with all of our international obligations ahead of the forthcoming IMO mandatory audits of the UK, its overseas territories, and of course its Crown dependencies. All of these issues are on the agenda for good reason, and I, as Minister, wish you very well in all aspects of your discussions. Thank you very much.